Welcome back to Easy Torah Health and Fitness. In the last episode, I suggested that this time of year is the most dangerous time of year because of that pile of juicy chametz that's just asking me to eat it, not to burn it. I said, what a shame to let it go to waste. I'd like to shift the focus from the chametz today to the matzah that we're preparing to eat. By now, most of us have purchased our matzah or some of our matzah, and we see it sitting there waiting for the big day. Did you ever wonder why we're not meant to eat matzah for 30 days before Pesach? For 30 days before Pesach, one should not eat matzah. Why not? Well, it says, because we should have a taiva for it on the Seder when we do the mitzvah of chilas matzah, the mitzvah of eating matzah. But that's a nice idea. If you think about it, it doesn't really make sense. Because let's say I don't have a taiva for the matzah. Let's say I don't have a desire to eat it, but I do the mitzvah anyway. Isn't it a greater mitzvah? Would it not be a greater achilas matzah, mitzvah of eating matzah, if I do it only for the sake of the mitzvah and not because I have a taiva? Apparently not. Apparently, the best mitzvah of when it involves eating is enjoying the eating. If you eat the food without geschmack, without enjoyment, without taiva, then it's not the l'chadchila eating. Of course it needs to be l'shem mitzvah, it has to be for the sake of the mitzvah. But it also has to be enjoyable. Now, what does that imply about matzah? It implies that matzah, ordinarily, if you were to eat it every day, would not be such an enjoyable thing. It wouldn't be such a taiva. And that's perhaps obvious, because why, after all, don't we eat matzah every week? You know, why are we not eating matzah every Friday night other than the 30 days before Pesach? Why? It's because it's not as geschmack as a nice juicy challah, a nice juicy sourdough, whatever it is that you like to eat for your challah. And we all know what it feels like after a week of eating matzah, going back to that challah. Some people race to the pizzeria or to the bagel store because there's something about chametz that gives a geschmack, it gives a taiva dika type of experience that we don't have with matzah. So what we're really doing, though, is actually training ourselves. What the Torah is trying to do is train us in a very interesting way. And I would like to suggest to you that the experience of eating matzah, not chametz, for 7 or 8 days is essentially what we call a diet. Now, what is a real diet? And what are diets that people go on? Diet generally is understood as abstaining from a certain food or foods for a certain period of time, right? And that's actually why diets tend to fail. Theoretically, it doesn't matter what diet you follow, the South Beach diet, the Mediterranean diet, the keto diet, whatever it is. Diets will all succeed if you actually stick to them. Because the main strategy for any weight loss program, doesn't matter what it is reducing your calories, eating less calories than you're burning. And various diets are just strategies for achieving that. The problem is our satiety signals in our body, our hormones and our taste buds and so on, are designed to maintain a certain weight, whatever weight we're at. That's called the set point weight, like a thermostat. Some dietitians call it an apostat for your appetite. So that's why you'll bounce back. If you stop the diet, if you finish the diet, once you've achieved your goal, you'll gain the weight back. Or you'll give up on it because you did not achieve your goal and you'll gain the weight back. In other words, diet as understood by most people as a temporary change in how I eat will almost always fail. The only way to successfully lose weight and keep it off is to make a permanent change to the way and what we eat. That may sound harsh or heavy, but the good news is, as I tried to say in the introduction, it doesn't have to be without enjoyment. In fact, the contrary, it should be with enjoyment. And the best dietitians will create a meal plan for their clients that include the foods the client enjoys eating. So you'll have the geschmack, you'll have the enjoyment, but stick to that calorie budget that you're given in order to achieve your weight goals. So what do we do on Pesach? Pesach is a temporary change, right? We're only eating chametz for a short period of time. Not eating chametz for a short period of time, and we go back to it. But what it is doing, I would like to suggest to you, is training us how to eat with some kind of self-control, how to learn to enjoy something that's not my normal food and really enjoy it. That's the idea, to eat it with geschmack, so that I could actually apply that self-control to any other area of life, including food. I could use the wisdom I learned when I eat that matzah for 8 days to applying to a real old-fashioned diet, but not a diet like where we only do it in a temporary way, but a permanent change. Let's say that permanent change is, you know, I've heard from Easy Health and Fitness how unhealthy soda is, or how unhealthy fruit juice is. So I'm going to, you know, reduce my glass of soda or my frappa latte mocha thing from a whole glass to just a taste, right? Making that reduction is, as a permanent change, will have fantastic benefits to your well-being. But as I said, it doesn't have to go to, you don't have to go down to zero. Go down to a minimum so the geschmack, the taiva is still there. That's what we're meant to do. We're meant to use our taste buds. We're given them for a reason. Enjoy your food, and save your food, and make the mitzvah of achilas matzah, or any other mitzvah of achila that you're doing, any other mitzvah of eating, elevate it into a not just a mitzvah, but an awe, a moment of awe, a moment of wonder, a moment of appreciation for Kadosh Baruch Hu, who gave us this mitzvah and gave us this mouth and these taste buds and this goof, this body, so that everything we do should be elevated and not compartmentalized just to 1 week a year. And with that, that's the real geula that we're looking for, the geula where the nefesh and the goof are in harmony. And B'ez Hashem, we should be, us and our families will be in harmony in the Jewish people, and we'll hasten the geula b'mheira v'yameinu. Until next time, be gesund.